find that nice comfy position, please. Relax the shoulders down the back. And just allow yourself to come into this space. Taking a break from whatever it is you're doing today. I hope whatever you're finding is giving you lots of joy and keeping you active and happy. And I'm finding some interesting things, mostly fighting with my computer, trying to make this stuff work, but hopefully I've got it. So just find that relaxation. And just find the breath. And you may find it comfortable to rest the hands on your knees if you haven't already. Closing the eyes if that feels good. And just taking note of your breath. Finding that space where the inhale becomes longer and you can deepen the breath, and as you exhale it's even a little longer than your inhale. Inhaling and exhale. I see the heart. Thank you. Oh, you guys are the best. Thank you for being here. Feeling the expression soften. I can't stop smiling. Oh. Relaxing down the spine into the hips and the knees. Let the arms become a little bit of dead weight here. Fingers and toes should feel nice and light. Take a few more breaths here. And then when you're ready, just bring the palms of the hands together at heart space. Thumbs next to the chest, fingertips towards the chin. Take a big, deep inhale and ask yourself, what is it that I need today in my yoga practice? What is it that I can let go of today that makes room for something else to start to come in and maybe plant a seed or start to bloom? And then you can take that intention and you can rest it right behind your heart space. And whenever I do that, I like to kind of imagine a green or pink light surrounding it. And whatever it kind of looks like to you, maybe it does look like a seed or a plant, or maybe it's another heart. Whatever is visual in your mind. And then let's take our hands and rest them on top of our thighs. And we're just going to find a gentle sway from side to side. And you can add a little sass into it if you want. Kind of moving the neck in there as well, or you can just kind of rock side to side gently. Just notice how your back is feeling right now. You don't want to get too crazy. And then start to make circles. And again, the choice is yours. Baby circles or big circles. Now, all that I ask of you is that you keep your butt on the floor, because I don't want you to kind of rock forward and face plant. That would be something I would do. And if you can, see if you can match the breath. So maybe inhaling around one side and then exhaling around the other. Try that 2 more times, a couple of big circles or little ones. And then switch to the opposite direction when you're ready. We'll hang out over here for a few more moments. Notice not only how you can kind of feel it in your back, we're loosening up the spine, but maybe you feel it in your hips too. I feel it in mine today. It kind of feels good. I tried to go roller skating today, and I haven't fallen yet, knock on wood, but boy, I flew off the sidewalk into the grass today. I didn't fall down though. But still, I think just that sudden movement put a little shock to my hips. Come on back to center, lengthening up through the crown of the head. Keeping the hands on the knees, let's find seated cat-cow. So taking a nice deep inhale, you're going to lift the chest up. Gaze can move up to where the ceiling and the wall meet, if you have that in front of you. And then exhale, rounding back down, breathing, whoo, all the air out. And then inhale once again. And just as we did little circles or big circles, you can choose to do tiny movements here or nice big movements. Judge what feels really good in your body. If you feel good getting a big stretch in the front of the body, then look a little higher. If it doesn't feel as good to round the spine, then you don't have to. You can just bring chin to chest. Keep it going, a few more breaths. You got this. And then on your next inhale, draw yourself up and just relax with a straight spine. Let's flip our legs. Very good. So we're just going to let our hands kind of rest at our sides here. Left hand to the floor. We're going to inhale, right hand up. And we're going to stretch it up towards the ceiling. Reach, reach, reach. Let that right hip dip down to the floor. And then as you exhale, we're going to find this deeper stretch here. Good. So let's take an inhale, and on the exhale, we're going to follow through with a big circle. So kind of drop the chest towards your knee and rotate around. And then go ahead and come on back up. Bring the hand all the way up. Take a deep inhale when you're ready. And exhale the hand down. Inhale, opposite hand to the sky. Find that space between the ribs and the hips for now, letting that left hip drop to the ground. Take a big inhale, and we're going to exhale, stretch it over to the left. And then exhaling, you're going to round down and all the way back up. And then when you're ready to exhale, just float the hand down. Very good. So let's bring the hands out just a little bit, not quite out here, directly out from the shoulders, but down just a little bit. We're going to do some sweeping circles. So take a deep breath in. We're going to bring the hands over one another. Big breath up. And exhale. Let's do that one more or two more times. Inhale and exhale. And try to keep the same hand going over the front. Big inhale and exhale. And this time we're going to switch. So opposite hand over and up we go. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Let's do one more big inhale. And this time as we exhale, hands are going to drop behind us. Go ahead and uncross the legs. I'm going to get off my blanket here. And you're going to just bring the fingertips behind. Connect with the soles of the feet to the floor. Bring those knees in, so we don't want the knees splayed out, but kind of bring them in. You don't have to zip up the legs. You can if you want. And then we're going to take a nice deep breath in, and we're going to lift the chest. And you're going to feel your sits bones move forward just a little bit. And then if it feels good in those shoulders, hug those shoulder blades together. And again, we're kind of looking up to where the ceiling and the wall meet. And keep your breathing going, and maybe even deepen the breath a little bit more, widening through the collarbones. Let's do two more deep breaths here. And one more. Good. Release the legs out in front of you. We're going to bring the hands down just to either side of your knees. And we're going to see if we can find a tall spine. I'm going to go ahead and take my coat off. It's getting warm already. So we want to find a tall spine. Hands towards the knees. And we want to find flexion in the toes as well. You can move the fleshy parts if you want at the bottom. And then we're going to take a nice deep inhale, and we're going to hinge at our hips and start to move forward. And it might not be a whole lot, but we want to still lead with the chest kind of up. And if you can't go very far, that's okay. I can't go very far. But we want to find length through that spine. For 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, relax it back. Go ahead and wiggle the knees a little bit. And then come back to our Dandasana. Staff pose. Bring those hands back out. Find that tall spine. Flexion in the toes. Take a nice deep breath in. And walk the hands forward. Just a little. Until you find that edge. Try not to round down. I understand some of us are built like that. So maintaining a nice tall spine is even more important if you find yourself kind of leaning forward. So take 2 more breaths here. Keep that flexion in the toes. Maybe you feel it in your thighs, the hamstrings. And then on that second exhale, relax it back. Let all the muscles go. Point and flex the toes. Good. Let's do that one more time, please. So finding that tall spine, anchoring down through the bottom. And then take a nice deep breath when you're ready and just wander the hands forward just a little. Find that connection with the legs. Two more breaths here. See if you can lengthen just a little bit more and notice if you feel like you can come forward a little bit more this time without rounding through the upper back. On that last exhale, release. Bring those hands behind you again. Dig your heels into the floor. Point the toes and lift the hips. Relax it down. So let's go ahead and come on to all fours. Find your tabletop and you can pad your knees or your wrists if you need to with a blanket. So one thing about doing yoga at home is we can use whatever we want for our props. So wrists underneath our shoulders, knees underneath our hips. Let those toes come back directly behind the knees. And let's go ahead and take a nice deep breath. And we're going to take a baby cow here. So just dropping the the chest slightly, lifting the gaze just a little bit. As we exhale, we're going to round the tailbone, bring the chin to the chest, and lower till the elbows come down. So in kind of a variation of child's pose. Now when you come up on an inhale, you're going to press into your palms and like you're dragging yourself forward. You're going to make those arms really active and then come into that baby cow again. And then exhale, release it down. Rolling tailbone under, drawing chin to chest, elbows to floor. Release the entire breath. Inhale, pulling forward on the hands. And exhale, tailbone, chin, round down, elbows come to the mat. And then inhale up. And then exhale down. Inhale up one more time. Exhale, stay here. Good. So let's thread the needle. Pressing into the right palm. Take the left hand, and we're going to do this 3 times. Big breath in. Left hand sweeps up, finding a nice little twist through the back. And we're going to exhale. Release left hand in between right hand and right knee. And you're going to gently rest your shoulder down. Let all the breath go. And then using that right palm and your belly engaging through the core, inhaling left hand back up to the sky. So we come back into this really nice open twist. And then exhale, bring it down. Inhale, draw it up. And this time we're going to relax down. So resting the arm underneath, relax the shoulder, relax the head on the floor. If that doesn't help, grab yourself a pillow, or if it doesn't feel good in the shoulder or the neck, grab yourself a pillow and rest your head on it, or a block. And then just take a few breaths, and you're locating the breath, you're moving the breath into the back of the rib cage as best as you can. Nice full deep breaths. Take 2 more breaths here. And then on your next inhale, you're going to draw the right hand towards your nose and just push yourself up. Bring yourself back into tabletop position. And then we're going to go ahead and do the opposite side. So pressing into the left palm, fingertips are spread nice and wide. Inhale, right hand to the sky. And exhale, release it down. Inhale, draw it up. Exhale, release it down. Inhale, bring it up. And exhale, relax it down. And this hand can come out long, can rest at your low back, or you can just kind of keep it resting right where we began. And again, if anything doesn't feel right or correct, feels like you're pulling too hard, please go ahead and move out of the position, the shape. Two more breaths here. Pressing into that left palm, draw yourself up and bring the arms straight out in front of you. Widen the knees and then drop the hips back. We're looking for puppy pose here. And if you want a deeper stretch through the armpits, you can tent your fingers. Good. Go ahead and place the palms back on the ground, and we're going to make our way onto our bellies. We're going to find our Sphinx pose first thing here. So elbows underneath our shoulders. Relax the legs. You can rock the hips back and forth a little bit if the low back's feeling a little tense. And we're just going to find our Sphinx pose here for just a moment. Relaxing those shoulders back. And then while we're here, go ahead and look over each shoulder. Find a gentle stretch in the neck. Yay, more hearts. Thank you. All right, go ahead and let those elbows come out to the side, palms pressed beside your chest. And then let's hug those elbows into the waist a little. You're going to press gently into your pubic bone, press the tops of the feet into the ground, relaxing through the belly. Let's take an inhale and draw ourselves up into baby cobra. Remember, we're not pressing into the palms to draw up, but you're hugging shoulder blades together. And then exhale, release. If that doesn't feel good, If it doesn't feel good to lift your back, bring your fingertips above your head with the elbows out. And as you inhale, just bring those elbows back to the waist. So let's do that 2 more times. Big inhale, either lifting into baby cobra or drawing elbows back to waist. And then exhale down. 1 more time. Inhale. And exhale. Let's go ahead and relax the hands back for just a second as I throw stuff around. You can rock the hips from side to side. So let's go ahead and reach back and grab that left foot with the left hand. And we're going to take the right hand or right arm and we're going to draw the forearm parallel to the front of the mat. So a few things. If this doesn't feel good on your low back, you can just come on down and just continue to kind of draw that foot towards your bottom. This is where a strap can come in handy too. You can wrap the strap around your foot and grab it with your hand if you can't quite reach. And if you want, you can lift up the leg just a little bit. So we're just trying to get a little front body stretch here. We're going to work on the hamstrings in a little bit. And just find your breath. 2 more big breaths here. And relax it down. Let's do the opposite side. So reaching back to the right foot. And you can grab on the inner part or the outer part, whatever feels good. You can choose to lift up through the back or relax down. And then gently lifting the knee, drawing the foot and the hand away from your body, only if it feels good. You can still get a nice deep stretch if you just kind of pull the foot towards your bottom. And then let's go ahead and relax. Draw those palms beside your chest. We're going to turn our toes under and we're going to come up to our knees and then make our way into our downward facing dogs. Remember, fingertips spread out nice and wide. Little grip in the fingertips. And hips come up. Heels do not have to touch the floor, but boy, it sure feels good when I try to make them go towards the floor. Yours may touch. I have very tight hamstrings, so they don't go to the floor. I'm okay with that. So we're powering up through the palms, making sure our arms are stacked, shoulders have kind of a external rotation in them, and our head is relaxed. Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and bring the feet kind of wide on the mat. Pressing into the palms, lifting the, you can lift the heels up a little bit if you want, lifting the hips up. Really press into the left hand, and we're going to bring our right hand over to our left calf. Hello, new perspective. And then let's go ahead and switch very carefully. If you need to get on your knees and come back up, by all means, please go ahead and do so. I want you to be safe. So left hand to right calf. Let the neck relax. And then bring that left hand back forward. Bring those feet together. And let's go ahead and take baby steps up to the front of the mat. We're going to find our forward fold here. And this is where blocks come in handy with tight hamstrings or a low back that's talking to you. So pressing into the soles of the feet And see if you can rotate those thighs inward. So you're going to rotate in. I don't know if you can see it with my black pants, but rotating in, and the big toe is going to press into the floor a little bit more. And your sits bones, they're going to shoot to the back corners of the room. Unless you are in a round room, and then I'm not quite sure where to direct your sits bones. But I'm sure you'll send them in the right direction. Good. So pressing into our left hand, let's take a nice deep inhale, right hand to the sky. So a little hip stretch here. Pressing through that left hip, you might bend the right knee generously. We want to find a straight line from one hand to the other. Being cautious of your neck. And then go ahead and release it down. And on an inhale, find your way to the opposite side. Good. Release it down. So let's go ahead and relax or release the blocks if you have them. Let's take an inhale, find our flat back. And exhale, release it down. Inhale, come all the way up. Big breath. Palms together at midline. Exhale, release it down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hands down. Let's release our right foot back. And we're going to find the lunge here. And it's up to you. You can do back knee down or back knee up, depending on how you're feeling today. You can also take your block here, place your right hand underneath it. We're going to take a nice deep inhale, find our revolved twist. We are detoxing. I don't know about you guys, but I've definitely been ingesting a few things that I probably shouldn't be. Good. Take a nice big inhale. Reach up just a little higher on your exhale. Frame the foot. Turn the back foot parallel to the back of the mat. And we're going to draw ourselves up and come into warrior two. Head over heart, heart over pelvis. Arms are straight. Let's take a nice deep inhale, peaceful warrior. And exhale, side angle. One more time, inhale, peaceful warrior. Left hand rises up. We're going to exhale and cartwheel all the way back down. Turn the back heel up. And we're going to bring left foot back. Find plank, please. You can also drop to your knees to find your plank. Lift up the feet if you want. Strong arms, keeping the bottom down, keeping your body level. You got it. Hugging in the core for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to roll it all the way down. And we're going to take 3 baby cobras here. So pressing into that pubic bone, tops of the feet connect to the floor. Take a nice deep inhale, hug those shoulder blades back, and exhale. 2 more, please. Inhale, and exhale. Last time, inhale, bring it up, and exhale. Turn those toes under. Press into the palms, draw yourself into tabletop, and go ahead and take a child's pose here. Deepening the breath, finding that space in the ribs. I should say making space in the ribs. And then when you're ready, go ahead and come forward. Bring the palms towards the front of the mat. Turn those toes under. Let's find our downward facing dog again. Go ahead and walk your dog. And then let's take 3 deep breaths. This will be fun. We'll do lion's breath because really nobody's watching. All right. So press or get the toes settled right in the center here, lifting up through the hips, powerful arms. Take a deep breath in, lifting through the heels, and exhale. Lion's breath. Inhale, bring it up. And exhale. Big cleansing breath. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Start walking forward into your forward fold. Connect with the soles of the feet. Take an inhale, find your flat back. Exhale down. Inhale, roll it up. Palms connect at the top. Exhale down to midline. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, we're going to bring the left foot back this time. And once again, you can drop the knee if you want to. Left hand to the floor. Take a big inhale, right hand to the sky. Find your twist. Take an inhale. On the exhale, right hand down to frame the foot. Turn that back foot parallel to the back of the mat and draw yourself up. We're going to find our warrior 2, relaxing the shoulders down the back. Take a peek at your knee, making sure it is located in the direction of your second and third toe. Take the gaze over the fingertips. Deep inhale, peaceful warrior. And exhale, draw it down. Inhale, peaceful warrior. And let's cartwheel it all the way down. We're going to draw that right foot back. Find your plank. Hug it in as best as you can. Thank you. And then on your next exhale, knees, belly, chest, chin, all the way to the floor. 3 baby cobras. Or hands above the head, and we just draw the elbows back. So when you're ready, take an inhale and exhale down. Inhale, soften through the belly. Exhale. Hug shoulder blades to spine. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Woo, good. Palms to the floor. Toes tuck. Go ahead and draw yourself up. And this time we're going to kind of go backwards. So walk your palms back towards your knees. Roll onto your feet. And then roll yourself all the way up. Woo, big breath. And float the hands down. Come into the center of your mat. Good. And then we'll do tree today. Let's practice tree. So coming into our left leg, and of course you're at home, and if you know tree, you can come into any, if you know full tree, you can do it, come into that space if you want to, right away. I'm going to start here with my heel on my shin, toes to the floor. And I'm going to find that gaze in front of me, that drishti, that point of concentration. I'm going to relax my back, or relax my shoulders, lengthen my back, engage in my belly, and open my arms just because it feels good to be so open. You know, trees are open. Take a big breath here. And then if you're ready, sole of the foot can come to the calf. Please be mindful we're not pressing anywhere around our knees. We want to protect the knees. And then if you'd like, you can go ahead and draw the sole of the foot in. So wherever you are, I offer you up the challenge to just find more length. Pressing into the sole of the rooted foot and lifting up. Maybe you have leaves. Maybe you're still like my ugly walnut trees and they look like Halloween trees still. That's cool. For 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and float it down. Nice. Rock a little side to side. Stretch out those hips. And then let's go ahead and come on to the other side. Right foot down. I'm going to start with my heel into my shin, toes on the ground, just so I can get my foundation. Stacking the leg up nice. Relaxing through the tailbone. Engagement here in the belly. Nice and tall. And then sole of the foot to the calf. And then if you want to bring it all the way up and find a new space for the hands, maybe Anjali Mudra this time. Wherever you are, search for that length, pressing through the heel of the grounded foot, lifting through the crown of the head. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Yay! Go ahead and find a little bit of movement here. And then let's go ahead and make our way to the front of the mat, please. Find your mountain pose. So soles of the toes and heels can be together, if you like, or they can be like hip distance apart. And remember, your hip points are these little bony points, so you're not, superhero stance. We're a little bit closer in. So whatever feels good, and is a space where you can find a little bit of release in the knees. Relaxing the fingertips by your side. Closing the eyes for just a moment and just taking a couple of breaths. And maybe while you're here, connect with the sounds outside. I have some lovely birds that are playing outside. They're very, very noisy, but I like listening to them. Few more breaths. And then when you're ready, let's bend into the knees. Big breath up. Palms connect. Exhale, float it to the floor. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, release fingertips to the floor. Let's start to walk our knees down. Set your bottom down in the middle of your mat. And we're going to go ahead and roll all the way onto our backs. And because I'm home and I have access to it, I am going to make myself super comfortable. All right. So we're going to start with the left leg bent. We're going to take our strap and we're going to draw the strap right under the ball of the toe. And if you don't happen to have a strap, that's okay. You can just draw the leg up and kind of flex through the heel, and you'll still get a nice little stretch. So what I would like is that the right hip is really connected to the ground. So really see if you can draw the thigh bone above the hip and just kind of connect it down. It's not like you're going to hear a click or anything, but you can tell. And then if you'd like, you can take that left leg and rest it all the way out. And you can also rest your arms on the ground. You don't have to hug so close to the top of the strap, to the foot. So then we're going to take this and we're just going to open it up to the right. So right leg to the right side. You can use your right hand to hold on to it. Keep your left hip on the ground. And then take an inhale, drawing the leg up. And you're going to exhale and take it to the left. Now, if you want, you can take it all the way over and let the right hip come up and roll onto your left side. And you don't really have to tug or pull on the strap. You can even bend that knee in if you want, or put a block underneath it for support. So to come out of this, we're going to take our left leg and we're going to bend it up underneath, and then we're going to let the strap go, open up through the chest, and then roll back to center, connecting to your core. And then draw the knees into the chest. And then let the right leg or the right sole of the foot come down to the floor. You're going to take the strap around the ball of the left foot. Really hunker down that thigh bone. And then see if you can find some flexion in there. I mean, if you're tight, you'll definitely feel it. I know a lot of you have been hiking these days. Hopefully you're doing yoga and stretching too. And then let's go ahead and open the leg to the left this time. Oh, and you can straighten out that bottom leg, the right leg. So if you feel any tension in your knee, you can bend the knee a little bit. One more breath here. And then on an inhale, you're going to draw that leg up, and you're going to rotate it all the way to the other side, and you're going to lift up your bottom hip and kind of scoot it back. And this way, your hips stack. And I didn't say it before, but if you want, you can open up through the chest if you have that flexibility. So the left arm can spread out. And then to come out, let's draw that right leg underneath the left, release the strap, then both knees, and just kind of come back to center. Placing the knees on, or the hands on top of the knees. You're going to take an inhale, and you're going to take the knees away from you, stretching out the arms, and as you exhale, bring the knees in. Inhale, stretch the arms out. Exhale, bring them in. Inhale and exhale. Find a gentle rock from side to side. If you want to find your happy baby now, go ahead and do that for a few moments. And then, this is what y'all came for. Drop the soles of the feet to the floor. Lengthen out through the body. You can take a big full body stretch if that feels good. Hugging in all the muscles back to the bones. Big, big, big inhale. And then relax and release. Close your eyes and let your body just kind of absorb all this loving you just gave it. All these feel-good vibes. Thank yourself for showing up to the mat today. I thank you for showing up to the mat today. Begin to explore with some movement in the body. Bringing yourself back into our little space today. If you'd like to roll to one side before you come into your seated position, please feel free to do so. And then bringing your hands to heart space. I am so grateful for your presence here today. Thank you so much for coming and practicing with me. I hope that you are happy and healthy and washing your hands. Take care of yourself. Namaste.